Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm. I am doing another video. I like to, for people that follow me and like my videos, I was going to upload a couple videos yesterday. However, I spend way too much time scanning my books. I have a app called Handy Library, and I was using that to basically scan my books, and it just took a very long time. Alrighty, so so I have something to say. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this out. Okay, so yesterday, let me tell you that, not yesterday. Early this morning, I was busy reading one of my library books, and I was looking over, like, how many chapters there were compared to, like, how many days I had to read the book, and I discovered something quite, like, startling. The amount of time they give you to read this book is not enough time to actually read the book. And what I'm talking about is in every single Alex Cross book that James Patterson has ever published. You do not have 2 weeks to read those books. You literally have maybe 3 weeks. Or maybe it'll take you 3 weeks to read a book. Maybe it'll take you a month to read the book. Who knows? And the reason for this is that how he writes, there are times when you will look at the text and go, what the hell did I just read there? Because I don't know. So, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to get this book read in time. And James Patterson is pretty popular, so the chances of me renewing the book was very, very slim. I mean, let me take it back. Doing a successful renewal and not have to wait another 12 weeks to finish the book. Yeah. So what did I do? I bought it. I bought the book. So this is Jack and Jill by James Patterson, the third book in the Alex Cross series. I actually have the book on my Barnes & Noble account, and so yeah, so I am looking forward to picking it up. So one of the weird things about working around people that are much, much younger than you are is that there is a very good chance that they're not readers. They don't read. They do not believe that reading is anything viable. Because I remember I was reading the book Along Came a Spider on my phone. We had no customers coming in at all. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to read a little bit. And then, of course, if people come in, I will put the phone away and take the order. And it didn't happen in the front, it happened in the back. And I was reading this text, and I was like, what the hell did I just read? Like, it was one of those things where you're reading a book, and you read something, your brain is like, huh? What did I just read? It was, I think it was the scene in which the killer shoots the no, it wasn't that one. That wasn't it. It was when we find out that the woman that Alex Cross is sleeping with is involved in the whole thing as well. And I'm reading it, and I'm like, what the hell? because I hadn't seen the movie in quite a long time, and so I had forgotten that that was part of the story. And all I heard from people, all I heard coming out of my coworkers' mouths were like snickering, and they were looking right at me when they did it. And I looked at them like, wait a minute here. Don't you have a job to do? Like, I don't know, take care of customers? Why the hell are you snickering at me that I had a visible reaction to a book, something that you don't even read? Like, why are you so concerned about what I'm doing? I do not quite understand, like, what your problem in life is. And this really pisses me off with people that don't read, is that, or people that look at readers like, you have something better to do with your life than to read a book, and how they will judge you, or how they will laugh at you because you're having an actual, like, natural reaction to something that unnerves you. So it pissed me off, and I was so tempted to give him the middle finger, because I was like, stay out of my business. Like, you are not a part of this. Stay in my business, do your job, get the fuck away from me. Like, I was so pissed off with them, because I'm like, look, you guys may not like to read. You guys may think that reading holds no place in the modern world. But this is my thing I do. This is what I do for fun. I read books. So yeah. They all piss me off. It's just like, it's like, you know, and then they all get mad when you snap at them and you basically, yeah, they just get mad for, like, well, if you didn't want me to respond, you shouldn't have done anything. Anyways, so, I am on chapter 15 of part 1 of this book, and this book is divided up into parts. I believe there's 3 parts in this book. I'm not exactly sure. But part 1 is 22 chapters. And we have 3 killers in this book. We have Jack and Jill, which are the primary killers, and then you have this guy by the name of Chucky, who has killed a little girl. Jack and Jill, they met in I believe I read a coffee shop, and they're very well suited to each other. And right now, Alex Cross has no idea that he's going to go right into their path. And these two are so cocky. I mean, we all know the central theme of every single one of these assholes is that they're cocky at first, and then when they realize that somebody's caught up to them, they suddenly become even more violent than they were before when they were cocky. If I gave this book, a physical book, the physical edition of this book to my boss, she'd probably throw it across the room, because it has a black girl getting murdered. But he also likes white children as well. Here's the key word: children. He doesn't care about skin color. He cares about age. And he likes them young, he likes them innocent, and he loves destroying that innocence right now with a baseball bat, which makes him absolutely disgusting. Jack and Jill right now has killed I think it's a senator. They think he was a senator. Warning, how he dies is pretty graphic. I'm not going to tell you how he dies, because as I said, it's pretty graphic. But they took pleasure in his suffering. And yeah. And they have a game. They have a board game that they play to figure out who their next target is going to be. Anyways, this book so far is like, what the hell? Like, I just, like, You two get your jollies off by doing this to people. Interesting. But yeah, so the lesson I have learned from this book is definitely don't borrow any James Patterson books from the library, because either you will succeed in reading the entire book in 14 days, or you're not going to succeed and you're going to have to renew it, and there may be a chance that you may not be able to renew it. It'll probably go to someone else, and then you have to wait until maybe 2, maybe up to 12 weeks before you finish the book. It's always better to, if you really want to know how Alex Cross, if you really want to know when these people finally get their come-ups, you definitely get the book. You definitely buy the book. You have to buy the book, because this is just how James Patterson writes. He writes a lot of chapters, and he keeps you on the edge of your seat. It keeps you on the edge of your seat where you do not want to put the book down, and you definitely don't want someone to be able to come around and get the book. You don't want them to come around and be able to get that book. So, the next to last week of the month, I'm going to pick up three of these books. I will pick up Cat and Mouse, Pop Goes the Weasel, and Roses Are Red. The follow-up book is Violets Are Blue. So, I'm going to do that. And I will not be surprised if I don't get all 3 books read in a month. I'm not actually trying for that. But I am definitely going to say that it's going to be an interesting thing. Another thing I want to also say before I let you guys go, and I will have those other videos up, you cannot buy the book off your Kobo if you already are, it has already been checked out. You can't buy this book off of Kobo if you still retain the library copy. You have to return the library copy and then wait not a whole bunch, but just a tiny bit, and then you go and you purchase the book. And that's the only way. And then they do a thing called, they have a little thing called Restore. You go and tap it, and it tells the system to restore the book back to you. But please remember what chapter you were on before you just send it back, because you may inadvertently jump ahead of where you were at, or Anyways, so right now I only have 2 library books out and 2 on hold. So I'm very happy about that. Once I get those library books read, I'm definitely going to be going back to the Thursday Murder Club and my Hanukkah Guilt book. I am currently reading a Hanukkah-based book. The previous story was, what the hell? Why do you think that the police aren't going to find out that you murdered your father? I don't understand. Don't. Anyways, that's my video. I will see you guys next time. Bye.